What's up, guys? Hi, and welcome to today's session. I was supposed to train on Friday, but I was not done after the week. That's a lie. That would definitely been a lie. But I was fatigued. Definitely. Did some manual labor on Saturday in the forest, a bit more than 4 hours, and I did other things throughout the rest of the weekend which weren't necessarily physical or had to do with work, but I had a good weekend. And now it's Monday. Day started by some people from work calling before I even woke up. So they woke me up multiple times. It still wasn't super early in the morning, but being woken up before your alarm sucks. A little bit. Not really much in the moment. I wasn't particularly stressed, but I was pretty tired after that. And after coming home from work, I have been procrastinating this training session. I'm very happy I did it, and I actually did it in a pretty short time. This is only like 5 sets of training. 6 if you count the calf raises as 2 sets, but really 5 sets of training. Did it in like 25 minutes, so actually a reasonable amount of time. I usually take I can't speak properly today, 10-15 minutes between exercises. Because I look at my phone and all this shit, right? But now I was just like, okay, I've watched my phone enough today. I fried my brain enough. I tried overstimulating myself, but when you're too tired, overstimulating yourself isn't even entertaining. You can watch as many reels, as many shorts, as many videos you want. You're not going to be entertained because your brain is fried. It's not going to produce a bunch of dopamine. You have to, if you want more dopamine, you've got to start taking drugs or something, which obviously is just stupid and it's deeper in the rabbit hole. And I don't take drugs, but I just said that as an example. When you get into this kind of fried brain mode, you really need to just chill out a bit and or restart your day by creating a new day by sleeping. More overstimulation isn't going to help, so I just said, fuck this mobile phone thing. I'm turning this shit off now. I'm just going to train. Not going to use my phone between sets. I'm just going to walk around for a few minutes and then go to the next set. Not rest unnecessarily long. Get this over with. Stop being so scared of losing one rep on the deadlifts. Just go for it immediately. Don't rest too long. Actually just train, because I'm in here training to get stronger. I'm not here to training to demonstrate my strength. I'm training to build my strength. So at some point you just need to just leave your ego at the door, stop taking 10-15 minute breaks between sets and just actually get after it. Because there's more to life than sitting in the gym for 2 hours doing 5 sets. I have done that previously, and it's not okay. So I'm happy that I took the responsibility finally. It was too late, which is bad, but the good thing is I took responsibility for completing this training today, and I didn't want to do it. I was really tired, so I'm really happy that I made this decision to get going, and I made the continual effort required to finish the workout in a timely manner. So I'm happy with myself today. And I will be seeing you guys tomorrow or the day after that, depending on how tired I am. It's going to be a somewhat late night tonight, not super late. It's just going to be probably a little bit late. And tomorrow it's going to be a little bit of an early morning. But when you do that, you burn the candle at both ends. So hopefully I get 8 hours of sleep tonight, which is a lot for most people, most working people. But honestly, I need 9. I'm tired on 8. That's just the truth. So, and the reasons could be many. Maybe I eat before bed, so I'm not sleeping as well. Maybe I eat too bad food, so I'm not sleeping as well. Perhaps I don't have a consistent sleep schedule, so my sleep quality gets worse. Perhaps it's summer, it's a bit too hot, so I don't sleep as well. But, whatever it is, I need a bit more than 8 hours to feel good. Although that high sleep requirement may be my fault as well. Most things are your fault. As Andrew Tate says, everything is your fault. When you have that mentality, you can either just kick yourself if you're stupid, or if you're smart, you're going to hear that and you're going to think, okay, maybe this isn't completely correct in reality, but if I accept this frame of mind, if I do a thought experiment here, you'll start to realize that there are so many factors that are within your control that you can change. So when you really start accounting for pretty much everything you could have done and could do right now in your life, you could actually have a very different life if you tried to create it for yourself. And when it comes to my sleep, my training, everything else, I could be so much better. I definitely have the potential. It's all about the will and the decision and the daily enforcement of that mental rule you create for yourself. So training is about discipline, but honestly, as I've said previously, I think it's about motivation more than anything, because when you're motivated, you don't need to force yourself in that way. I mean, it's not like you have to completely force yourself to train. You don't want to train right now, but you know that, you really want the result. You want the result, but right now you might not want it, but you can just get past that, because usually, just on a balance of overall time, if you have 24 hours in the day, the only hours you don't feel like it are the hours you actually have to do it. The rest of the hours you're really happy that you train and you work out and that you don't look like a slob, and that you actually can do something useful with your body and you won't die young and weak, or old and weak. So yeah, you might not feel like it in the moment, but it's not necessarily discipline to go after it anyway. In that case, I think that's more about recognizing, like having some form of conscientiousness, recognizing that you usually want the result. You might not want it right now that you have to work for it, but pretty much your whole life you wanted to be strong, you wanted to be rich, you wanted to be whatever. So you might not want it this second, you have to actually do something to produce that result. But most of the time you do want the result. So just do the work, bro. And I started thinking as well, what am I going to do with this time anyway? I'm literally going to play Call of Duty and watch even more YouTube videos. And I've already fried my brain so much that is not going to entertain me. It's just going to make me more tired. And I wasn't going to sleep early anyway. So, there was no good alternative. I wasn't going to do anything good with my time. And at that point, when I know I'm not going to enjoy the rest of my day anyway, because of my bad decisions throughout the day, I might as well just work out, actually feel good about myself, even though the workout feels like shit, and then go to bed, wake up tomorrow, workout completed, and I've leveled up. So I'm not going to tell you guys to lock in. That's your decision. And when you're forced to lock in, you just kick back even harder. So think about what you want. Not just right now, but over time. What do you usually want? This second you might want ice cream, but most of the time you want to look good and be healthy. Most of the time you don't want ice cream. You just want ice cream right now. So at what point do you prioritize the right now instant gratification versus the delayed, prolonged gratification of not eating the ice cream, and there being another small win? It might take 1,000 small wins for you to get in good shape, but you have done one of those 1,000 small wins when you don't eat ice cream today, or right now, or tomorrow, or whenever this scenario plays out. So yeah, I'm pretty fucked right now, as you can hear, but this was a really good workout. I'm definitely happy I did it, and I wouldn't really say I'm proud, but I'm satisfied and I'm relaxed, and I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders, and I feel good and stable. My brain's still fried, but I know that I did what I was supposed to do today. So make sure you guys also do what you're supposed to do today, unless you're in your bed about to sleep, in which case just turn this off, because sleep is super important. If I can say one more thing before you guys get extremely bored, it is that if it's late in the evening, you have work to do, but you need to catch up on your sleep, just sleep. Because the fact is, if you do the work now, and then you go to bed, you're going to be so pumped with stress that you're going to sleep less, you're going to go to bed later, and you're going to wake up very unproductive the next day, which might even affect the day after that. So prioritize your sleep, do a bit less work today, put some work into your bedtime and sleep, because that is an investment which will pay you dividends. Take care of your sleep, guys. I'm going to try to do that today. I know that I won't be getting so much sleep, but I will try to protect the sleep that I will get, really try to make sure I get above 8 hours, and especially not watch my phone when the time comes for me to go to bed. That's the most important thing. I will go on a little bit of I'm so tired, guys. A bit of an adventure after this. Go fetch someone with my car and everything. So sleep will be pretty low now. But I'm going to make sure at least not to watch my phone before going to bed. I'm going to do what I can. You should too. Take care of yourselves, guys. Fitness is about going to bed as well. Pretty much as important as lifting weights, going to bed, and not scrolling. So take care of yourself, and I will see you guys tomorrow or the day after that, depending on how destroyed I am tomorrow. Goodbye.